परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. I assume the 10 different forms for the protection of the devotees from unrighteousness. As Matsya, I came to
destroy the demon Somata and to save the Vedas.
As Kurma, I came to
protect the Devdas and restore their immortality by supporting them in getting nectar from the churning of the ocean.
As Varaha, I came to
Mother Earth, Bhuma Devi, and returned her to her rightful place by destroying Hiranyasha.
As Narasimha, I came to
save Prahlada from Hiranyakashipu.
As Vamana,
I came to discipline Bali and to return the Devas to heaven.
as Parasurama, I came to
I came to kill all the evil warriors and bring peace to all the good people.
As Rama, I came to
King Dasharatha has vowed to Queen Kaikeyi and killed many demons including Ravana, rescued Sita Devi and returned to Ayodhya.
as Krishna, I came
To kill Kamsa and Kaurava family and to give the sacred teachings of the Gita to Arjuna, explaining the purpose of life.
as Buddha, I came
I discovered truths about life and passed on the teachings to others through Noble Eightfold Path.
as Kalki Avatar,
I established the Satya Yuga by cutting the evil with the weapons of love.
Om Sri Sairam, my most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sara to all. On the occasion of the Janmashtami celebration, would like to highlight upon the Dasavatar of Lord Vishnu. People believe that the incarnation of God happened only for two reasons: the punishment of the wicked and the protection of the righteous. But those represent only one aspect of the task, the granting of the peace and joy of a sense of fulfillment to seekers who have striven long. This too is the task. The avatar or form incarnate is only the concretization of the earning of the seekers. It is the solidified sweetness of the devotion of godly aspirants. The formless assumes the form for the sake of these aspirants and seekers. They are the prime cause. God created the universe and permeates every atom. So there is no question of ascending or descending. However, as humans, we use this term to clarify the difference between the two concepts of the formless God and the God with the form. This is especially relevant when the divine form moves amongst us, acting as a human being from day to day, like our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Although the incarnations of the divine are countless, there are 10 main favorites. The earlier incarnations of the 10 avatars of Vishnu took place long ago, before our modern times. Stories about these incarnations are known as Puranas. The incarnations appeared in forms related to animal kingdom: fish, tortoise, boar, man-lion. The later incarnations, also narrated in the Puranas, are set in more familiar surroundings. When God descended in the human forms of Vamana, Parasuram, Rama, Krishna, Buddha and the Kalki avatar, highlighting the dire need for divine interventions at this more critical point of time in the history of planet Earth. Let us now journey back through the mists of time to learn about the divine Leelas that took place during each of these great epics.
Most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. Vedanuddharate jagannivahate bhugolam udbitprade taitandarete palanchalayate shatrashayam kurvate paulasya jayate halam kalayate karunyamatanvate mlechan mochayate dashakriti krite Shri Krishnaya Tubhyam Namaha. This prayer is to Lord Vishnu, who has incarnated whenever his devotees needed protection from unrighteousness. O Lord, you have incarnated as fish to protect and save the Vedas as Matsya Avatar. Then, as my tortoise, you lifted the sinking earth on thy shoulders as Kurma Avatar. You appeared as a mighty boar and protected the world upon your tusks as Varaha Avatar. Incarnating as Nrsimha Avatar, you killed the mighty demon Hiranyakashipu. Then, as a dwarf, you pushed Bali into Patal in the form of Vamana Avatar. Born as Parashurama Avatar, you destroyed ego of the Kshatriyas. Then, in the form of Rama Avatar, you destroyed Ravana, Paulasya. As Krishna Avatar, you killed many demons, including Kamsa, and gave the sacred teachings of Gita to Arjuna. Like the ocean of mercy, you appear in the form of Buddha Avatar. As Kalki, you have the art to destroy the wicked ones. O Lord, I surrender to thy lotus feet.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Loving pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba.
What mostly covered the earth in the Satya Yuga?
The earth was mostly covered by water in the Satya Yuga.
In what form did Lord Vishnu decide to incarnate in the Matsya Avatar?
Lord Vishnu incarnated as a fish.
Why did King Satyavata keep changing the fish's home?
Because the fish kept on growing until it was enormous.
What did Matsya tell King Satyavata about what would happen in 7 days?
Matsya said a flood of water would cover the earth.
Why did Matsya tell the king to build a boat?
The boat would save the king and the Saptarishis and the variety of creations from the flood.
How did the king attach the boat to Matsya's horn?
Vasuki, the king of serpents, was used as a rope.
What was the main purpose of the Matsya Avatar?
The main reason for Matsya Avatar was to destroy the demon Somaka so the Vedas could be restored to Lord Brahma.
Sai Ram.
Om Sri Sai Ram. My loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. Kurma Avatar. Why were the Devas not living in the heaven, and why did they go to Lord Vishnu for advice?
They had been defeated by the demons and driven away from the heaven and had become weak and lost their immortality.
Who came to help to move the mountain to the ocean of the men, and which mountain became the channel?
Garuda, the vehicle of Vishnu, carried the mountain. It was mountain Mandara.
Who agreed to be the turning rope?
Vasuki, the serpent king, agreed to be the rope.
When the mountain began to sink, who came to the rescue?
Kurma avatar, in the form of tortoise, came and supported the mountain on his back.
Who swallowed the deadly poison which came out of the churning?
Shiva swallowed the poisons. That is why he came to be known as Nilkant.
What did the demons do with the nectar of immortality?
The demons snatched the nectar all for themselves.
How did Lord Vishnu give the nectar only to the Devas?
Vishnu came as Mohini, who only gave nectar to the Devas. Salam to all.
My most loving and humble pranams and the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. Where did Mother Earth go at the beginning of the creation? Mother Earth sank down to the bottom of the ocean. What was Lord Brahma's advice for the first man and woman? Have no jealous or hatred, have good children, rule the earth. What came out of Lord Brahma's nostril as he prayed? A tiny ball emerged from Brahma's nostril. What was a boon won from God by demon Hinaksha? He could not be killed by devas or men during day or night. In which form of Vara avatar incarnate and the main purpose? In the form of born Lord Vishnu incarnated Varaha avatar to save Mother Earth, Bhuma Devi, and return her to her right place by destroying Hinishka. At what time did Lord Brahma say to kill Hinaksha? Why? At 12 lifetime, neither day nor night. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you all.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. Narasimha Avatar. Why did Hiranyakashyap want to kill Lord Vishnu?
To avenge the death of his brother Hiranyaksha.
What boons did Hiranyakashyap win from Lord Brahma?
Not be killed by man or beast during the day or night, indoors or outdoors, on earth or in the sky.
What did Prahalada do when the king ordered everyone to pray to him, and was he interested to learn?
Prahlada refused to pray to his father, the king. He was only interested to learn about God.
What attempts were made to kill Prahalada?
With spears, poisons, wild elephants thrown over a cliff, crushed by rocks and burned.
What happened when Hiranyakashyap hit the pillar?
Lord Vishnu, as the terrifying Narasimha,
emerged in the form of half man and half lion.
What did the Lord say before killing Hiranyakashipu, and how did he kill?
The Lord said, I am not born from womb, but from the pillar. It is neither day or night. It is evening. I have no weapons but my nails. I am neither a god, nor man, nor beast, but three in one. I am neither sitting inside the house or outside, on the desert. I am either killing you on the air or the ground. You are on my land. Saying so, he tore open Hiranyakashipu's stomach and killed him. Sai Ram to all.
Sai Ram, my loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all.
What was the name of Prahalada's grandson?
Prahalada's grandson was named King Bali.
How did King Bali behave?
He did not respect his elders or follow right action.
Why did Bali perform a special yagna or fire ceremony?
To obtain weapons to help him defeat Indra in the heaven.
What was the name of the child born to Aditi?
The name of the child born to Aditi was Vamana.
What gift from King Bali did Vamana ask for?
Vamana asked for the land he could cover with his 3 footsteps.
What did Vamana cover with the first and second step?
Vamana covered the earth with the first step and heaven with the second.
Where did Vamana ascend Bali with the third step?
Vamana sent Bali to rule Patala, the underworld.
During what festival does Bali return to earth?
Bali returns to his devotees once in a year during the festival of Onam. Jai Sai Ram. My most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all.
Parashurama Avatar. Parashurama was the son of the sage Jamadagni and Renuka Devi. He was called Rama and he respected his parents and took good care of them. He used to meditate for hours and chant the Vedas daily. Pleased with Rama's devotion, Lord Shiva gave him a battle axe called Parasu. From that day on, Rama came to be called Parashurama. Once sage Jamadagni was performing a yagna in his ashram. He asked his wife Renuka to fetch water from the river to offer oblations to the gods. At that time, a celestial singer named Chitraratha was making sport in the river with his wives. Out of curiosity, Renuka stood there to see him and missed the time of the oblation. Jamadagni was so angry that he ordered his sons, "Cut off her head, as she has failed in her duty." Parashurama obeyed his command and killed his mother. Rishi Jamadagni was so pleased with his son that he asked him to ask for a boon. Parashurama said, "Kindly bring my innocent mother to life again." At that time, King Arjuna ruled and he was very wicked. Once, when Parashurama had gone away for penance, the king took the celestial cow Kamadhenu from them. On finding his mother crying, he challenged the king Arjuna and killed him and brought back the Kamadhenu cow. King Arjuna's sons were hankering for revenge. Once when Jamadagni and Renuka were alone in their ashram, they invaded the ashram and killed Jamadagni. On returning, Parashurama noticed 21 scars on his father's body and full of grief and anger. Parashurama swore to annihilate the entire Kshatriya race. Parashurama waged war after war for 21 years and destroyed the unrighteous Kshatriyas. Parashurama is considered Chiranjeevi or immortal and is said to rule until Mahapralaya or the end of the world. One day, when Parashurama heard that the Shiva Dhanush given to King Janaka was broken by Lord Rama, he became furious, and with his battle axe in one hand and a bow of Vishnu in the other, met Lord Rama. Immediately he realized that Lord Rama is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He gave the Vishnu's bow to Lord Rama and realized his mission of clearing evil warriors on earth was complete. So he made his way to live quietly in the peacefulness of the Mahendra mountains.
Om Shri Sai Ram, my most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. Rama Avatar. Lord Rama was the son of King Dashratha and Queen Kaushalya. He had 3 brothers, Bharata to Mother Kaikeyi and twins Lakshmana and Shatrughna to Mother Sumitra. Later on, to fulfill his father's vow to Mother Kaikeyi, Lord Rama went into exile in the forest, along with his wife Sita Devi and brother Lakshmana. One day, Surpanakha, the sister of Ravan, the demon king of Lanka, also called as Paulastya, saw Rama and wanted to marry him. When Rama told he is already married to Sita Devi, she tried to kill her. Then Lakshmana cut Surpanakha's nose. When Ravana saw his sister injured, he got angry and sent Maricha in the guise of a golden deer to tempt Sita Mata. While Rama went away to catch the deer for her, Ravana came in the disguise of a sadhu and kidnapped Sita Mata and took her to Lanka. On the way, Jatayu tried to stop Ravana but ended up being killed. Lord Rama began his search for Sita Mata and met Sugriva, the banished king of the monkey tribe. He learned from Sugriva about his wicked brother Vali and promised to get back his kingdom. After killing Vali, Sugriva was restored in his kingdom and his minister Hanuman was sent in search of Sita Mata. He flew over the ocean and reached Lanka and burnt Ravana's kingdom to teach him a lesson, and came back with a message from Sita Mata. Later, with the help of Sugriva's Vanara Sena, Lord fought a battle with Ravana and his brother Kumbhakarna and killed them. Later crowned Vibhishana, younger brother of Ravana, as the king of Lanka and returned to Ayodhya with Sita Mata. Lord Rama and Sita Mata were joyfully welcomed and their coronation ceremony was duly performed, giving delight and happiness to one and all.
My most loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all.
Krishna Avatar.
By the end of Dwarpara Yuga and at the beginning of the present Kali Yuga, Mother Earth was again being misused by the wicked people. This was the time of the Krishna Avatar. Lord Krishna was the 8th son of Vasudeva and his wife Devaki. To protect him from his maternal uncle Kamsa, he was sent to the house of Nanda and his wife Yashoda. Thus Yashoda became his foster mother. Balaram was his elder brother of Krishna, born to Rohini, second wife of Vasudeva. Balarama is also called as Haladara. Hala means plough, Dara means to hold.
Balaram's only weapon was his pillar, and he paved way for Krishna avatar. As a small child, Krishna, along with Balarama, killed many demons, including Putana, the demoness who breastfed poisonous milk to babies to kill them. Lord Krishna spent his early years amongst the gopis and the gopas of Mathura. That is why he was also called as Gopala. He used to break parts of butter with stick and eat the butter from the houses of the gopis. One day when Ma Yashoda scolded him and asked to open the mouth, she saw the whole universe within. He loved to play flute, and everyone came running to him, enchanted by the divine music filling the air. One day he decided to do the Ras dance with all the gopikas and created many of his own forms, one for each gopika, and the Ras Leela was performed. Once Krishna's uncle Kamsa invited young Krishna and his brother Balarama to a wrestling match, thinking he would kill them. Instead, the two brothers won the match, whereupon Krishna dragged Kamsa to the floor and killed him. Once Indra became very angry and poured heavy rain over the village. So Krishna lifted the Govardhana hill on his little finger, and the entire village took shelter under the hill until the rain stopped. When Krishna grew up, he became the charioteer of Arjuna during the war between the Pandavas and their cousins, the evil Kauravas. It was at this time that Krishna gave Arjuna the sacred teachings of the purpose of life through the words of the divine song known as Gita. Eventually, the Pandavas won the war and reclaimed their land.
Om Sai Ram. My most loving and humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all.
Buddha Avatar. After Lord Krishna left the body, the present era of Kali Yuga, the age of wickedness and violence, set in. It was then that Maya Devi, the queen of King Shuddhodana, had a strange dream that a white elephant with 6 tusks pierced her body. In a few months, she gave birth to a baby boy named as Siddhartha. Later, he became known as Gautam Buddha. Once, a sage came to see the infant and said that the child would either be a great king or a great spiritual teacher. So, his father protected by him and was never allowed to see the outside world of suffering. He got married to Yashodhara and gave birth to a son, Rahul. Then, once he expressed to his father to go out of and see the world. Since now he was married and had a child, his father agreed. Once outside, the prince saw an old man leaning on a stick. His charioteer, Channa, explained, "Everyone will become old and one day, including the prince." Next time, they saw a sick man in pain. And in the third trip, they came across a dead man. Whereupon, Channa explained that everyone who is born eventually dies. The prince was disturbed by these sights. Next time, they drove out and saw a peaceful monk in meditation. That night, Siddhartha, aged 28 years old, decided to leave the palace and went in search of the truth. It is said that he underwent many difficulties. Once, when he was meditating under a Bodhi tree, he discovered the truth. He became Buddha, the enlightened one. Lord Buddha discovered and taught the Noble Eightfold Path. 1. Right understanding, right thoughts, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Eventually, he attracted a large number of followers, including kings, monks, learned men, and also his father, wife Yashodhara, and son Rahul, who became his disciples.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My loving and humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Sanjay Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all.
Kalki Avatar. He is described in the Puranas as the 10th avatar of Lord Vishnu, who regenerates extents by ending the darkest and the destructive period to remove adharma and usury in the Satya Yuga, while riding a white horse with a fiery spot. The description and the details of Kalki are different among various Puranas. He is, for example, only an invisible force of destroying evil and shavs in some texts, and portrayed as someone leading an army of warriors. The phosphorescence of Kalki avatar is believed not only by the followers of the Hinduism but by the Sikhism and Buddhism. Each avatar came with the mission of killing the demons and establishing the dharma. In Kali Yuga, it's not a few demons but to annihilate the demons or evil within everyone, to remove the six inner enemies and with the help of human values Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa. Prema is the only weapon to remove the evil within all and to bring the Satya Yuga. So it is not a single avatar but invisible force incarnating through various avatars, descending in Kali Yuga to remove the darkness and to ushering in the lights of love. For us, right now, he is in the form of our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Sanjay Sai Baba, the epitome of love and bringing the transformation within us from the darkness to light. Jai Sai Ram.
Shatya राजा